Welcome back to Tied Up with the Morgans. I wanted to show you where we're at with the garden. It's all tilled. It was already tilled for my dad, and then we brought my cousin Christian. He's got like a little handheld tiller, and I use that just to get it a little more fine, turn it into more of like a powder, you know. The fence, all the wires on. I did get the backyard cut yesterday, which was the day after the last video you saw. Or I don't know if it was the last video, but whenever you saw me talk about the backyard, the day after that is when I got that cut before the rain comes, which is actually pretty soon. If you look at these clouds here, some angry clouds coming. It's yeah, you can see, here you go, this is a little better one. Yeah, they're moving in quick. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms here in a little bit. What I'm doing is just putting in the grounding rods. I'm using rebar for them, and then on this one here, it's 4 feet in the ground. This is one that is almost looks like one that was like for a house or something. Like, it's pretty heavy duty. I was able to drive that in all the way with this, and then the rest is just the rebar I'm using. Two more, so there'll be 3 grounding rods. Yeah, you can feel the wind coming in. I love that right before a storm. It's just yeah, it's pretty cool. You got cool clouds, change of wind, everything. It's pretty neat. The lighting, all of it. But yeah, let me turn the camera on and just show you the garden. I'm pretty happy with how it looks right now. And tomorrow I'll definitely have it up and ready. We'll plant. We'll get this. I'm definitely, with this storm coming in, I'm not going to get the fence set up. But you can hear it. I'm going to start cleaning up. Last thing I want to do in a thunderstorm is mess with grounding rods. Wow. It is here. All right. Well, now you know I wasn't kidding, but I don't remember what I was saying, but tomorrow I'll finish this. I have 1.5 rods in, 1.5 more to go. 3 grounding rods, and this wind is here. Feels good, really cooled off. But I'm gonna start cleaning up. I did say I wanted to turn the camera on and just show you. Happy with how this turned out. Oh, excuse me. Allergies are getting the best of me. All right. Well, it's here. So I'm gonna put the phone away. That's always a cool sight too when the leaves start, you know, flipping upside down from the wind. All right. I keep rambling. I am going to clean up now and head in, so I'm not messing with metal rods in a thunderstorm. Girls, it's your first storm. Hope you're ready. Your coop will keep you dry, though. I'm going to take your food into the garage. They have food in their coop as well. But yeah, that's the plan, girls. Get ready. Welcome back to Tied Up with the Morgans. Today we're here at the garden. It rained. I don't know if you saw that last video. I was out here putting in the grounding rods, and then a thunderstorm came in. Well, it's rained non-stop since then, so it stopped raining. And I think it's going to rain again this evening, but I'm going to get back to putting these rods in because I have a little bit of time now. So it's a break from the rain. We're going to finish putting the grounding rods in and get this electric fence all set up, because I mean the wire's set. I just have to hook everything up to the controller, and yeah, so we're gonna put the grounding rods not back in, gonna finish putting those in the ground, and we'll go from there. All right, I got the grounding rods in. There's one. It's the other one. So for those 2, I'm using rebar, and then for this is like I don't know, just a good piece of steel I found. So just a metal rod that we have laying around. The rods went in so much easier when the ground is wet, obviously, but I mean, putting that first 1.5 in the other day, pretty difficult. So yesterday, yeah, I don't know why it seemed like the other day, that was just yesterday. But got helicopter flying real low, not much higher than the trees. Hope everything's all right. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, getting distracted, just like my 2-year-old Ty. But got the rods in the ground, so now we're going to get the insulated wire, get a charger, and get all that ready to set up.
So, what are you doing, Daddy?
Well, some of that tall grass from the backyard. Made a lot of grass clippings, a lot. A bunch in the compost, another big pile in the third compost bin of just grass clippings, and there's still a good bit in the backyard I didn't get to before the storm. But anyways, just throwing some in here, making all this muddy. I mean, it's not like it's gonna absorb it, but it'll help easier to walk on, and then the chickens love it. Yeah, I know, it broke. All right.
And Lady Thea love watching the chicken. It is really entertaining to watch.
Chickens. Oops. Not nearly as nice as when it's dry. It is crazy how it stays kind of dry under the, because there's such a big pile. I should have brought the rake. Left it up behind the house.
Levi put some grass the other day and it's all gone.
I feel silly doing this with my hands, but it's gonna be easier than going up and getting the rake. Quicker, I should say. All right.
Ty, be nice to your sister. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get your shovel. This is a lot this time. This is so tall too. Hey, hey, hey. Tease them. Back to Tied Up with the Morgans. I don't know if that's going to be the intro, because this is day 3 in a row of trying to shoot a video and trying to finish the garden, and I'm getting rained out each time. Right now, as you can tell, beautiful out. Let's hope I'm not going to bring the rain, because every time I try this it rains. So last 2 days, I've been trying to put these rods in. Got the rods all in. Day 1, I'll refresh it in case you don't remember. Day 1, I had 1 rod in. Second rod was halfway in. Bad thunderstorm came in. Day 2, got the rods in. As soon as I grabbed the clamps, started to rain really bad. So today's day 3. I don't think the weather's going to change. I'm going to get to work, but I'll show you what we're doing. So right in here, I have 1 piece of rebar. Here's another one, and then here's the last one, which I have a rod on, clamp on. That's when the rain started. So, and over here we got the garden. So, we got a lot of rain the last 2 days, or actually the last day. Didn't rain today, but yesterday it rained, and the day before, yes, the last 2 days it rained a lot. It's muddy, garden's everywhere's muddy. We just took so much rain. But it's drying up. It was a beautiful day. It only reached like 70 today, so it wasn't very warm. And earlier in the week it was pretty warm. It was like 88, I think, one day. So yeah, that's the weather update for you on the week. And garden behind me. So I'm gonna finish with the fence, get that set up. We're back. fence is not done. Ran out of insulated wire. It's about 6:40 on the next day in the morning. The reason my eyes are all like this is the allergies really get to me. So I wake up every morning and my eyes are just real puffy. I have eye drops that I use that help a lot, so I just took those. So can't see for a little bit because I can't put my contacts in, so got the drops in. Eyes are getting much better than when I first woke up. But first thing I'm going to do now is turn the water on for the chickens and let them out. And run to Tractor Supply here in a little bit. They're not open yet. To grab more insulated wire. And then finish the fence. I hope. Every time I'm trying to do this, something happens. So it wasn't the storm. It didn't storm yesterday, but ran out of insulated wire, and I had to go somewhere before that. So by the time I realized it, everything was closed. So letting the girls out. Kate's nifty invention there. See if that's everyone. Looks like it. Yep. Girls are waiting for the food I have, but you can also tell they sure do love the water system. That and then the grass clippings they really like. Been fun so far having the chickens. They're fun to watch. They're a lot more tame around us. Ty and Thea loves them. Yesterday was the first time Thea got pecked. She sits right here. These little red chairs. And we knew it happened sooner or later, but that's part of having chickens. You got to learn. She'll learn at a young age. She had her hand like this. And sure enough, chicken came up and just boom, pecked her, and she was more sad, I think, than hurt. She was really caught off guard, and she was pretty crushed, but she's fine. Ty, last night when we were closed with the chickens, I wanted to go in and just count them. I can do it from the window, but I didn't have my flashlight with me, so I couldn't do it from the window, so I had to go in, and I see Ty, he goes like this to one, puts his finger right out, it pecks it, and he just goes, ow, and just like shakes his hand. It was really funny, just the way he says ow and everything. He no crying or anything. It was like he kind of expected them to do it. I think it's happened before. He just puts his finger out, and I guess he was just trying to see if they were going to do it, and they did. But yeah, you can see them enjoying their food and the water. It's a perfect system. So Kate really did a good job. Right, had some breakfast, heading out to Tractor Supply, and then I'll grab that insulated wire and finish the fence. Just got to finish connecting the insulated wire so we don't have a hot wire running across the ground rods to the controller. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we're heading to Tractor Supply just because that's pretty close. And our garbage went. Our garbage did not go yesterday, and it went this morning. It was supposed to go yesterday. Everyone else's in the whole neighborhood went. Ours just went this morning, so that's good news because I was about to call them, so I'm glad that went. All right, guys, well, I apologize. I stopped videoing, got pretty busy, but I got the garden finished yesterday, which was whenever I was going to Tractor Supply to get more insulated wire. Came home, got the garden working. Funny story, so this is the garden here behind me. I don't know how much you can see right now, it's kind of dark. Funny story about the garden, the electric fence. I got the rest of the insulated wire, I got that connected, got the controller connected, the battery, all of it. And it was clicking like normal, like it should. And I tested it, and it, the voltage, everything looked good. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna test it. So I just I want to make sure. I know the meter's there, but it's not going to, it's nothing that's going to kill you, right? I think probably most of you have probably touched an electric fence at some point. I'm going to be okay. So I just wanted to know, is this for sure going to deter deer? So I touch it. Nothing. Like, what the heck? And you got to hold the finger because it kind of pulses, right? So like I hold my finger on there, and then, okay, wow, I hardly felt it. I checked the other wires. I ended up testing all the wires because there's 5 wires, 5 levels, So all of them very, very minor. Like I had to pay attention to feel it, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm like, I did all this work. I'm not an electrician. I'm like, I guess I messed something up. I don't know what I messed up. So immediately I start troubleshooting everything. Battery's good. I swapped out the batteries. Both batteries are good. I'm like, okay. I checked the controller. Controller's good. I would test the voltage, and the voltage again on the fence was like 4,000, I think, from like the voltage tester. I think it was 4,000. Maybe it might jump to 5,000. I don't remember because it blinks. 4,000 to 5,000 is where it was. I'm like, well, I don't know. So I end up walking the fence. I'm like, maybe there's something, I don't know. Again, I'm not an electrician, so I don't really know the troubleshooting things that you do, but I just did what made sense to me. Like I said, the battery, the controller, the fencing, check all of that. And then I had to come inside. I think we were having lunch, came inside. But at this point, I had like, at least after I did the insulated wire, I had like an hour and a half trying to figure this out, walking the fence. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's not low impedance, which I think is what that's called, which is like a low impedance controller, meaning like grass and things that are on the wire, it's not going to impact it. So I thought, okay, maybe that's it. No, that wasn't it. So I'm just doing all these things. Came inside for lunch, went back out, and again, same thing. Well, then this time I happened to be touching it, right? And at this point I was on my hands and knees because I just was looking at the ground rods. So I was making sure all the ground rods were good. They were. And I'm on my hands and knees, and I'm touching the fence, and then with my right hand I'm holding the fence, just kind of thinking, I don't know where my left hand was, but it was just somewhere, right? So I got my one hand here on the fence, my left hand is just wherever. I put that left hand down on the ground, and I got a good shock. It got me good. Really caught me off guard because I'm holding onto this fence for 2 hours. It hasn't done anything to me, and sure enough, it was the boots I had on. I have these big like cargo style looking boots, look similar like a military style boot, and they have a very thick rubber sole on them, and that was allowing me so I would not get shocked. Wasn't allowing me to get shocked, sorry. And so that's what happened there, is I could just feel it barely. Well, when I took my right hand on the wire and my left hand on the ground, I felt it because it made that circuit. It like completed that circuit, and that like I said, really caught me off guard, shocked me pretty good. So I knew the fence was working and I could move on with my day because it was eating up a lot of my day. It was like 12:30, 12 at that point. No, I don't think it was that late. It was before 12, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I was eating up my day and I'm getting stressed out. I had a lot of other things I wanted to do, and I'm like, I thought I did everything right. This doesn't make any sense. And sure enough, it was the boots I had on were making sure I wouldn't get shocked. So that's good to know. But funny story. So the fence is working. Again, I don't know how much you can see. It's dark now. We just got back from my parents, and Kate and I were putting all the video together and realized I never gave you an update. So this video is all over the place, and I apologize because that's like 5 days in a row where something with the garden was going on, getting rained out like the first 2 or 3 days, and then 2 days I think we got rained out. Third day we had to do something. Fourth day I had to go get the wire, more insulated wire. Today's day 5. So I apologize that it's really messy, but it's done, and like it was done yesterday before, earlier in the day. So I got that done yesterday. Everything's good. Plants are in the ground. Planted some more seed just to start, so not everything's harvest at the same time. That was really long-winded. Sorry, but I had to tell that story because I thought it was hilarious, and I know that this will deter deer now because of how good I got zapped. So the fence is up. I'm also going to do, before I say that, a lot of you do a lot of things, or you do a lot of the things we want to get into, right? Some of you may have more animals, some of you may have bigger farms, whatever. A lot of you are really involved, and there's a lot of stuff that Kate and I want to get into. Every year we're hoping to get more animals, hoping to expand. We're just learning as we go. I think that's what's fun about our channel. My dad is a lot more experienced and more of a professional in a lot of areas. I'm just kind of a jack of, I wouldn't even say I'm a jack of all trades. I'm involved with a lot of things, but I'm not really good at a lot of it. But we're learning. We're having fun with it. So we're expanding every year, and that's what I like about this channel. But part of that is I want to show you the fence. So not in this video, but I'm gonna probably the next video, maybe in a couple videos from now. But I haven't shot it yet. But tomorrow what I'll do when I get home is I'm gonna do a whole walkthrough on our electric fence. And the reason is I was looking for YouTube videos and there were not a lot. There were a lot, but a lot of them didn't really pertain to me. More of them, or most of them, were more like, you know, cattle and like bigger systems, right? Or maybe it was solar, and this isn't solar, this is DC. Maybe it was AC, I don't know. There just weren't a lot. I felt like, I mean, I came across a couple, but nothing really impressed me. But I didn't watch a whole lot, like I said. So anyways, I do want to do a thorough video on our electric fence. And my cousin Christian with the pumpkin grower, he's the one that kind of went through all this with me, and kind of, so pretty much I copied him. So it's not my idea, I just went off of his idea, and his was a lot of troubleshooting last year when he was doing his electric fence. So we both are learning. I've learned some stuff already, quite a bit. So I'll go through everything I did. It's kind of a budget electric fence, didn't spend a lot of money on it. Definitely under $200. And my cousin Christian was like $100, but just it's crazy how much price has increased on things. Things he bought a year ago are a lot more expensive today. From the controller, from the battery, the wire, all of it's gone up. Not necessarily a whole lot, but it's gone up. So either way, it's a budget fence. I'm going to do a thorough video on it, and I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize, it's been all over. But that's, I guess, if anything, you're seeing the way it really goes. You're not seeing a perfectly shot video where everything's edited just right and it's only, you know, like flows, you know, seamlessly, and it just seems like, wow, they got the life. Because that's a lot of YouTube videos, right? Like I watch YouTube videos and it just seems like, man, that was perfect. That's not this channel. You know, we're pretty down to earth. We show you the way it is. And I know Kate's gonna, when she edits this video, she's gonna think I talked way too long, and I did. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. This is who we are. This is the way we do our videos. It's real life. We're not, you know, hiding anything. Definitely not perfect. Definitely not experts. We're having fun. But I sincerely appreciate all of you. So many kind people. Thank you. I can't wait to meet you guys someday. I feel like we will meet sometime, or at least some of you. Yeah, you just are really kind to us, very supportive. It means so much to me and our family, so thank you. We will see you on the next video. If you liked this, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. And comment below. Love to hear from you. Always read the comments. Thanks, guys. Out. That was a long ramble. By the way, if you were wondering where I was standing, it's our back porch here. We don't have a lot of the video here, but yeah, this is where I was. So that's where this light's coming from, and this is the garden.